Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. And in the last couple episodes we took a look at some of the updates and improvements and changes that have happened on the map since the previous episodes. And yeah, the map looks so much nicer with a little bit more tree cover, as we can see here. Yeah, indeed. I'm quite liking it. I'm quite liking it without the icons on. It looks quite nice. Anyway, in this episode, I might be keeping a little bit short, but my focus will be on to adding a few M-300 lines and some other small stuff. I was taking a look at the profitability of the various lines, and this Henderson to Tampa goods line, boxcar line, it's kind of being disappointing. It's making a bit of money, but it's generally losing, you know, $10 to $20 million ish, depending on if it completely dies. So yeah, it is making money. It is hauling goods, and it could do even better. We have the Miramar Coal Steel line. I think I removed one vehicle off the line just because it's been struggling and there's just not enough coal being supplied over here, I think. If we take a look at that. So it is picking back up. I did add a couple more trucks on this line. I have converted this over. Unfortunately, these only run at 40 kilometers an hour, but they are cheap. And yeah, this line does profitability. So yeah, I don't really care about the mass profitability. As we can see, when we were running the Freightliners, the costs were significantly higher and we weren't carrying as many. We had a few years here of profitability back in 2020, 2021 or so. But since I switched over to the Ford Model 77s, costs have dropped considerably, and that is that. The Ford Model 77, I'm using it kind of as a local box truck, kind of low capacity truck on the various lines. I like it to be at about 65 kilometers an hour. The Studebaker, but the Studebaker has the Studebaker. And yeah, it's 3 different vehicles, and it doesn't really work for local freight and all. Although that line, it would probably work better. Now, over here in Chula Vista, one thing I might do, actually not specifically Chula Vista, I want to take a look at my, can I, oh I can, nice, rail. Alright, we have rail. I just want to take a look at, it'd be nice if I could specify, oh nice, passengers. So for balance, we are losing money on the Memphis to Ventura line, we're losing money on the Santa Clarita to Memphis line, and we are losing money on the Santa Clarita to McKinney line. And finances, yeah, these are struggling with profitability, and that is of course because we're running a lot of capacity. If I take a look at these, 127 of 396, 104 of 396, 42 of 57, 32 of 198. Yeah, we could use more frequency, which might help to boost that, but what also might help is to actually set up a few more lines. Over here we have, and did I set up, I didn't set up, oh where is it? It's right here. And I didn't set up signals. Awesome. Now, one thing I was considering actually is upgrading this to 3 platforms and bringing in my M300s into here, but maybe. I was also thinking for the Santa Clarita to Memphis line, this would probably work best as a M-300 line itself. So what I'm probably going to do, we only have the one train on it, and it is losing me money. And although it's been growing in passengers, so... but the costs are increasing faster and faster than we can... Nope, we're going to replace it. We have Santa Clarita to Memphis, 21 there. And over here we have Santa Clarita to Memphis, only 2. And that would be part of the problem because, of course, this train is only hauling 32. So we really do not need the speed and capacity. Actually, what I'd like to do, I just want to monitor this train for its speed. So it leaves Santa Clarita 88, 89, 90. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit of stutter. As the game runs and more things load into memory, the stutter seems to go away. And if we run it on, still there, we run on 3-speed. Apparently there's less stutter on 3-speed. And 1-speed we're fine, and 2-speed, nope. So it gets up to 114 kilometers an hour. And this is a 140 kilometer an hour train. Slowly creeping up. 128, 129. But given we were at around 115 around here and 80 there, yep, this makes sense. We are going to replace this with the M-300, which has no end date. Although with that said, oh, it doesn't clear it. We could run multiple units. That's a possibility. No, we're going to run multiple, and we gain $4.91 million. And we are going to buy trains. We are going to buy one more M-300. We were running this line, Santa Clarita, Memphis, at a 6-minute frequency. And now if we Santa Clarita to Memphis, we're down to a 3-minute frequency. We have 30 people waiting. And is this going to wait? Yes, it is. I like the M-300. Some people think it's ugly. But it serves a purpose. Because this thing, although it's going to be going downhill, accelerates really, really quickly, and it gets up to speed and stays at speed. It can climb hills. It has a high power to weight ratio. It is, of course, all profit all the way. So just leaving the city, we're up to 75, 76, and now it begins its down decline. The only concern, of course, although with that said, this section of track, and given that this train is at 110 kilometers an hour, the only concern is that the slower trains may slow these down. may slow them down. So it gets to the crossing at about 117. $124, $125. So about that. And we have the second M-300. And we have more people showing up. We could run another M-300. And that's what I'll do. Set it to the Santa Clarita to Memphis line. And what we would also like to do is set this one up. Do we have a line here? No, we don't. So we are going to why is this showing? Oh, wait a minute. Waco to Miramar. Why is that showing as a... It's not even visible. All right about that. And what I would like to do is TP M-300 Santa Clarita to Memphis. Could not connect. Oh, what did I do? What did I... That's right. Bother. I was reworking this and I forgot to replace this. Let's just build that bridge because reasons, and we need to build this. I had a feeling it might have been something. And rebuild that. Nice. That's right, we need to put the other side in. There we go. Well, that would explain that. Good thing I checked. Alright, so Memphis to Henderson, we have the station here right outside the other station, so anyone who wants to continue on just has to walk across the street and get aboard. Now I am going to run a yep, and we want a depot. Unable to align train. Seriously? Can we do it now? Yes, we can. I guess because it was going to be all the way into a hillside. Makes sense, but yeah, about that. Anyway, we'll just smooth the terrain because I like smoothing terrain. And what I'd also like to do is set up a few signals because we are going to need them. For now, we are going to put a signal there. And we have signals there. Awesome. We're going to put a depot. It would be coming into this side. Buy trains. M-300. Set line. Set line to a new line. Memphis to Upper Henderson. This is going to be the TP M-300 Memphis to Henderson. We are going to color it, say that. And did I buy it from here, or no, I bought it from over here? And of course that will generate some interest in traveling. If we take a look at this, we are mostly in the industrial zone, which is why I chose it here. People from Henderson who might want to come over here to work, they have a very direct and convenient access to the industrial area of the city, and people within range can walk to travel to Henderson. And of course, anyone, is there a stop? There is a stop right there. People can walk to the bus stop. So about that. So we have 2 new M300 lines, and I might as well put in some signals. We're gonna throw one there, kind of like putting them on either side of tunnels. One right there. We'll throw it there. And there's another tunnel here. We're going to throw it here. And then we're going to put the crossovers. Standard signaling process. This is, of course, slightly better than making signals one way, although the one-way signals will prevent trains from flipping around. In this case, if trains do get flipped around, they will, of course, be able to go back the other direction without jamming up. Now, it's a little bit more complicated, although with that said, the amount of effort required to go to each signal to flip it to one way compared to doing a crossover, yeah, about that. Alright, so we have that line set up. That will hopefully encourage people to travel. Let's just throw it on 1 speed. And let's come over here to Ventura. I think I mentioned these 2 lines I'd set up. But, yeah, we're going to put a depot right there. And we are going to buy another M300. We're going to set line to new line. It'll be Ventura all the way up here to, where is it? Cedar Rapids. And apparently it's the central station, but the central station is on the outskirts of the city. This area is some industrial with some residential squeaking in here. What I might do is trim back some of these residential zones. Over here, this is going into a residential area. There is a bus stop here with a couple tram lines, so I chose these places specifically for their connections out to the rest of the network. And there's a few places I wouldn't mind trimming off because reasons. Alright, so, yep. Got residential there, residential there. Let's pull that back just a bit. And am I going to do anything here, or I'll just do it off screen? I could get rid of those, but no. Now, with that done, was there any? Well, what we are going to do, we're going to let it run, and it'll take a little bit of time for this to kick off. Any interest in traveling? Another thing I want to do is take a look at this. Do we have to specify passengers and rail? They're already specified. Line 1 is our M300 line. TP M300 Ventura to Cedar Rapids. I'm pretty sure they increased the space for the names of the lines, which is nice. We are going to make this, say, that color. And now we just want to take a look at some of our lines that are losing us money. So right now, the Memphis to Ventura line, it is slowly catching up. It's gaining a little bit of profitability, although here it kind of dipped. Vehicles, we only have 2 vehicles with 6 wagons on them. What we could probably do, if we wanted to increase the frequency, which is 6 minutes, I am going to, because if we take a look at these, 71 and 52. Yep, we're going to do replace it out. We are going to get rid of 2 wagons. Actually, we're going to get rid of 3 wagons. We can always increase it later. We are going to replace now. Yes. And then what I would like to do, down here, Ventura to, or Memphis to Ventura, 37 and 15. Nope, not there. And there's only, oh, there's 5, yep, and 13 to the Santa Clarita to Memphis line. Over here in, we got 9, and we got 34 via Ontario, 2 via Ventura. What I would like to do, we have a depot over here. Yes, we do. We're going to buy train. We are going to buy another one of those, the Bombardier Bi-Level, and we're going to set it to the Memphis to Ventura line. The goal, of course, to increase the frequency down to 4 minutes. We've reduced the capacity, so hopefully the increase in frequency will boost travel, because people will have more inclination to go there, as well as dropping the number of carriages results in reducing the disparity between how many we're actually carrying and how many capacity we actually have. We have 39 and 39 on our Santa Clarita to Memphis line. Santa Clarita to McKinney, which has Ontario as a stop-off point. Santa Clarita to McKinney, 32 passengers here via McKinney, so 32 people want to go that way. And Santa Clarita to McKinney has no one there. Where are the trains? We only have 1 of these with 3 of these, just carrying 57. What is its frequency? 13 minutes. So what we are going to want to do, for now, we are going to replace this out with that. We are going to add, do I want to go with the All-American Golden Sands? What are we losing on that line? $1.3 million. Question is, has it had a pretty good year here. What we want to do, do we go with the All-American Golden Sand, which has 19 capacity, or maybe we can go 33 capacity? Let's do 2 of these. Replace now, $6.29 million. And we are going to Santa Clarita to McKinney line. We are going to buy another GE P40 to DC and 2 All-American Golden Sands. And the Santa Clarita to McKinney line. We're going to boost the frequency once again. What is it down to right now? Santa Clarita to McKinney, 6 minute frequency. Yep, we're going to buy one from over here and hope this boosts travel. Santa Clarita to McKinney. Now, the... do we have it on here? Memphis to Henderson is... Nope, not that one. It is Henderson to... McKinney's making $1.34 million. We have 3 trains on the line. What are they currently running at? 57, 37, and 57. What I would like to do is check the Henderson McKinney. 55 people waiting. Over here we have 13 wanting to go to McKinney, 43 going to Henderson Phoenix branch. Okay. And over here we have, not there. Over here we have 73. So we have people waiting. And that's coming in. What I am going to do, we are going to replace this out. We're going to do that. We are going to switch over to the Bombardier Bi-Levels. Oh, bother. We're just going to increase the capacity, although... What is its frequency? 3-minute frequency. Let's upgrade to just 2. So we're slightly increasing its capacity, but we're going to add another train on the line. And you have to pay $21.5 million. Sure. And now over here we're going to have 74 picked up. And this one didn't upgrade. We are going to Henderson McKinney, 55 people. Let's buy it over here. GE P42DC. Nope, not those. Bombardier Bi-Level, and we are going to add it to the Henderson to McKinney line. Now this line, 86 of 198. This is the Tampa to Cedar Rapids line, which is it? Yep, Cedar Rapids is the endpoint. Tampa to Cedar Rapids. It is our 3rd most profitable passenger train line. It could potentially be even more profitable. We have 2,100 or almost 2,200 capacity. We're carrying 1,400 passengers at the moment. Let's take a look at the vehicles that we have. And it's 198, 198, 113, 198, 105, 198. All right, how about that? Tampa to Cedar Rapids. Although it is struggling to be profitable, we're about $40 million in running costs and $55–60 million in income. What is its... It has a 6-minute... No, not that one. Tampa to Cedar Rapids. 136 second frequency. What I'm going to do... Tampa to Cedar Rapids. Do we have the passengers to support? Tampa to Cedar Rapids, 44 in one direction, 151 in the other direction. Over here we have 142 and 121. We have on the Henderson to Cape Coral line. Nope, wrong station. That's a train. We have no one going to Tampa because one is already picked up, and one is leaving still with 139 passengers on the platform. If we come over here, 66 people waiting. I don't think we have the passengers to support another train. Right now, what is that line? I am tempted. We have 6 wagons on the train. Where's the line? What I want to do, we're at 2/3 capacity, so if we were to remove 2 wagons off of each train, we'd be at max capacity. To help reduce costs, what I'm going to do, we're going to remove 1 wagon off, and we're just going to go with this. Replace now. You have to pay 130 million. Sure, we have 1.35 billion dollars in the bank. We just want our trains to be a little bit more efficient. Let's go over to the Henderson to Cape Coral line. It has a capacity of 1,500. It is running 1271, so we're pretty good there. $32.3 million. So we have 6 wagons on it. Yep. Income has increased. Vehicles are 27 years. Running costs are 27% above. Don't really want to do anything with that. What other lines are we struggling with? Tampa to Augusta could use more capacity. If we take a look at this, Tampa to Augusta, 89 passengers. Over here we have 83 and 56. Where is it? Over here, 75 and 97. Wow. And over here we have Tampa to Augusta, 49. So yeah, we could definitely add a few more trains on the line. Buy trains, we are going to buy 2 more for here. Tampa to Augusta. Where else do I have? That's Patterson. Palm Bay. Do I have a depot over here? No, I don't. Let's build a depot right here. And I think at this point, this is going to be the last thing I will do for the episode, just because I want to keep the episode lengths a little bit more reasonably under control. And we want to put this on the Tampa to Augusta line. Over here in Chula Vista, do we have a depot, or no, is there not really any? No, there's not. But they are doing pretty good. Oh well. And we are going to buy a couple over here. Tampa to Augusta. Although, with that said, too many trains on the line would result in trains having to jam up and being less profitable. Another thing I could do, I could take that line, which has, where is it? The TP Augusta, no, where is it? Tampa to Augusta. Let's let that run. We could reduce the number and just double them up. That's a possibility. But I think that is going to be it. We're going to have to revisit some of the lines that we have. Memphis to Ventura, did we? Yeah, we did. Has it gone up or down? Augusta to Simi Valley, did I? This is Augusta. Nope, we didn't take a look at that. Santa Clarita to Memphis. 39 of 39. This should turn itself around. A lot of these running costs are from the original train that was on the line. Santa Clarita, the Cedar Rapids. We will take a look at that in the next episode. Anyway, at this point in time, I'd like to say thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. And let's just... yeah. Let's free up all the icons. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott Frisbee Gaming. And as always, have a good day.